Hey guys, today we are with our friend Gino and we are going to show you how Parmigiano Reggiano is made from scratch. Parmigiano Reggiano is the most imitated Italian cheese worldwide. Nevertheless, imitations can easily be identified as its taste is almost impossible to be reproduced. Why is that? Well, it's safe to say that its production ain't easy at all. The most important thing is to start from few good ingredients: milk and milk. The first type comes from the milking of the previous afternoon, and it's naturally semi-skimmed. The second one, instead, comes fresh from the morning's milking, has not been thermically treated, and doesn't contain any additives. Both milks are combined in copper tubs. This is when a third ingredient gets added to the mix. Natural whey, a liquid full of enzymes derived from previous day operations that ensures a direct connection between the cheese and its territory. Whey will then trigger the fermentation process. Warning! Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano cannot include additional ferments, only natural whey. When the temperature reaches 33 to 35 degrees, that's when rennet is added to the mix and left working for about 10 to 12 minutes. This phase is called coagulation, which basically means that the milk mix starts to come together and thickens. Coagulation transforms the liquid mix into a curd, which then has to be broken down. Poor curd. This part of the process is called spinatura, from the tool used to break the curd into tiny little pieces to facilitate the cooking process. The spino. Master cheesemakers plunge their hands in the curd and use them to feel and understand when it is best to stop cooking the cheese. It is a very delicate test and it takes years to master it. The mass then is left to cool down and settle at the bottom of the tub. It gets divided into two halves, which then get transferred in cylindrical molds for 1 day. That is when the cheese gets labeled according to a rigorous system controlled by the Parmigiano Reggiano consortium. The cheese goes through a second shaping process, which will give it its typical rounded shape. How sexy! Now it's time for the salatura, the salting process, when the molds dive in a bath of salty water and stay there for 20 days at a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. Just like a beauty treatment. And finally, the moment we have been waiting for, the aging process. La stagionatura! Huge storage rooms kept at a certain stable temperature where Parmigiano Reggiano enjoys a rest of minimum 12 months and up to 24, 36 and more. Okay, that was just to sound more epic, but it's the only way for the experienced cheesemakers to test the integrity of every single mold of cheese. This way, they verify whether there are any cracks or air gaps inside the cheese that would inevitably create undesired bacteria, compromising the cheese's quality. Only wheels that pass this sound check get verified as Parmigiano Reggiano. Even to open a wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano ain't no joke. This operation can be done either mechanically or by hand. Definitely more romantic. Well, now that you know more about Parmigiano Reggiano and how it's made, we are ready to taste it. See you soon. Ciao!